Loaded.
Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Tuesday, the 20th of August, and I am your host, Shozen, and with me today is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing today, Bogul?
Good morning, good morning. I am doing very fine. How are you?
I am doing great, man. I'm doing great. I woke up early. I've gotten a lot done today. I started working on that fancy computer. Then we went on and started making another great show for the great community of Albion Online. However, Bogle, you know what I noticed while making today's show?
No.
There's not a lot of news today.
Oh, there's a few bits and pieces.
There's a few bits and pieces, but we were just talking about how today is kind of a slow news day. So today might, in fact, be one of the rare shows that we get done in under 30 minutes. So let's get to those little bits of news that we have coming up. We have some PSAs and community news. What do we got for PSAs, Bogle?
First, we have the reminder that we still have the wrong castle scoring times currently in the game. It was supposed to be that with the Percival patch 3, the castle outposts scoring times should have been moved from 19 to 20. However, that is currently still not in the game yet. And for about another 2 weeks, this will still be at 19 UTC, even though the client says it's at 20. So
yeah. Yep.
If you or your friends didn't know yet, tell them.
Well, that's the thing is I imagine that most people who are participating in the castle fights at this point are well aware, because in this PSA, they've gotten if they're in conflict, they've gotten about 40 of them in the last 3 days saying, guys, it's castle times. By the way, castle times are at this time, not this time. And these are required for you to show up to. And if you don't show up, you're going to get your name put on a list. And it just goes on and on like this. This is why conflict is so good, because of the PSAs. I'm telling you, the 47 times I'm pinged a day, that's key to victory right there. If your guild
Communication strategy, yeah,
well,
why not?
That's what I'm saying. If your guild isn't in the top 10 and you don't receive between 20 and 70 pings per day about what you should be doing, that's probably the number one reason why. It's a lack of pinging. I believe we have more.
Maybe there's other philosophies out there.
Huh?
What's optimal? Maybe there's different philosophies out there. What is optimal?
I never got pinged once while in BA. Never got told there was a single event to do it. Ever. There was never a red dot over there going, get over here. Yeah, not so much for gamer dads. I guess gamer dads are used to alarms and to-do notes and honey-do-it lists and all sorts of good things like that. But away from our fancy guild of conflict, the bunch of gamer dads that they are, and let's get on to something that's more important for the rest of the world. It's auction week, Bogle. The auctions in Carleon have started, and
not just in Carleon,
well, yes,
all over the
everywhere
cities.
Yeah,
all of the royal cities and Carleon. The auctions already started on Monday. The left time on the auctions as of now is 4 days and 17 hours. They usually end on Sundays, and then the lease of these end on Monday. So if you are looking at acquiring a plot, take a look around what might be a suitable thing for you to do. However, be warned, these are still with the old and current auction cycle system. There was an announcement done that there will be a change to the auction system coming up, but this does not go into effect for this auction. It will go into effect with the auction cycle on September 15th. Yeah. And that's the announcement for auction week. 4.5 days left.
I placed my bids already. I did.
How much, Shozen?
514,000.
That's a lot. 500,000?
No. Silver. 500,000 silver, yeah.
How did? Okay. Well, the some of the plots you can see the last winning bid. By the way, if you
Oh,
go
that
to
that one,
the
the one I
plots.
bid on was 50 million silver,
Right.
yeah, last time.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm going to be close enough, but I'm going to try. I'm trying. And that's what it's all about, right? Trying to win the auctions.
Well, you should make an educated guess, is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you mean
So,
do math?
well, you could also just look at a few of these little signboards in front of the
Uh-huh.
plots, click them, and see how the previous bid was, and then make an educated guess how much you might need to bid on
They
these.
all say 50 million, Bogle.
Yes. So
Ugh, I don't have that much money.
move to a different city then.
Well,
Um,
I'm told they're all going to be demolished anyway, and everybody's moving to Anglia cities.
yeah, is that the game plan right now,
Yeah.
guys?
And apparently, did something happen here? Somebody's saying that the server is off. I'm running around just fine. No,
Me
everything's
too.
fine. Yeah, everything's fine. I think that the server's broken for you. It's good. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it for official
Yeah.
news. We can move on
It.
to community
We've been
stuff.
warned. This week is gonna be a quiet week for news, and today is gonna, like I said, it's gonna be quiet from us too. Today, we have some more stuff on the plate for tomorrow, but today, yeah, today is gonna be kind of quiet. What do we have for community news? We have just a little bit.
Well, we wanted to both congratulate Money Guild for gold and mention that they are coming close to 6K points
Mm.
within the current first place of Black Order.
They've been
So they've
making
caught
up
up a little bit.
about 1,500 to 2,000 points a day for the last 3 days.
Hmm.
So they're starting to get closer and closer to the Black Order. Um, I got some
Yeah.
official statements from Black Order. Unfortunately, they were from Shiro, so they can't be said on stream.
Oh no.
No, no.
Okay. Can you paraphrase it?
Um,
Suck my
Shozen.
bleep. Yeah.
I'm not 22. I'm 26. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm older than Mojo and younger than Derek. And then there were some other words in that there's not a really whole lot of paraphrasing I can do to the rest of it. Uh,
I see. Okay.
he's not thrilled with me. How about we'll put it that way? But he never is. Actually, you can't really tell if he's thrilled with you or not. It says the same things. That's Shiro. But congratulations, Black Order, on getting your gold yesterday. And Money Guild caught up to them yesterday as well. Yesterday, while we were doing the second half of our show, the Albion Live, I believe, was when Money Guild hit gold yesterday. It's going to be interesting. June still keeping up with Money Guild. They're still within 9,000 points, but they're not catching up. They are not making the points they need to catch up. Money Guild is still grinding it out. And as we said yesterday, it's going to be really interesting to see how long this endurance lasts from them. Now that
Right.
TC, as in Take Care, not Team Casualty, Take Care, has left Oops.
Hmm.
They created a new alliance, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with these guys.
I remember that yesterday on the GVD show there was a bunch of talk by Tazik. He almost like how do you call this? Made a few announcements saying that Take Care invited a bunch of guilds, but I haven't
Yeah, so far it's just the
seen
Pirates.
anybody. Pirates joined
Yeah, that's
Take
Hempbeard.
Care. Okay,
Yeah.
well, shout out then,
Yep.
and that's it.
Yep.
Because I felt like on the stream, Tazik said they invited like everybody, but so far nobody
Yeah, so far,
joined them.
well,
Okay.
I mean, come on. They did invite everybody last time when they were EOS. I mean, how much different is Bear than EOS?
Oh.
Like, what is the real difference here between Bear and EOS? Other than that EOS had a
Good point.
recognizable name with some weight behind it, and right now they're just Bear. Oh, Bear is strong. Grr, ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay, Bear. Okay, good. Bigger news
You might have a
in
point there,
Alliance news. 1PG Guild Solo Mid changed their name to Life. And I think that's bigger news than nobody joining EOS Mach 7. But no,
Right.
the big news with TC is that they left Oops, and that takes away some very, very strong ZVZ teams away from Oops, and that puts them on a bit of shaky ground as far as ZVZ. And yes, ZVZ isn't the big motivator this season, but it's still a huge component. And if you can't take castles, you ain't winning. Though, I mean, right now, who's really fighting for Mercia castles? We've been seeing Arch get Mercia castles recently. Does Arch still have the Mercia castles? I got to see this. Yeah. So this is how good the Oops ZVZ forces are currently doing, is that they are losing castle fights to Arch.
Interesting development, is it?
Yeah, Arch has 2 castles in Mercia. Okay.
Who would have thought
just
that
saying.
about 2 months ago, Shozen?
I'm looking at NA and EU castles here, buddy. Fun Stealer. You can see that Arch has this one as well. So they got 2 of them there. And
Talking about Arch, though, Shozen.
yeah.
I do have a little community shoutout / Season 7 statement from one of the most prominent Arch guilds, if not the most prominent one, Awful Company, the leader guild of Arch.
Awful Company, yeah. How are they doing?
Yes. Well, if you recall, I messaged a bunch of guild leaders to send me a Season 7 statement a while back. And Gluttony SDS was so nice to get back to me and sent me his Season 7 statement for Awful Company.
Yeah? Let's hear it. I mean, anybody who listens long enough hears a lot of Gluttony, because he does talk for a very long time when he's on. But how long was the statement he sent you?
Not too long.
Oh, okay. Yes,
this
doesn't look like a 20-minute long rant at all. This looks like it's completely readable. All right, hit it up.
Gluttony SDS, the guild master of Awful Company. So, we are excited for Season 7, as we anticipate this will be the final season where territory control is dictated by the 100 or so players doing GVGs in the Outlands. Which, by the way, is less than 1% of the 40,000 population of the game. I don't know if that's true, though.
Nope.
No. We look forward to future seasons where territory is controlled by a more inclusive manner and requires guilds, alliances to actually play in the zones they wish to control, preventing hyper-expansion scenarios where 5 players in the guild control 30 to 50 territories, because they're good at Dota 2. Until then, both Arch and AC will focus on PvP content this season, as we always do, while trying to persevere a small section of territory through GVG and diplomacy in our homeland of Afghanistan, a land where PvP can be found 24/7.
It's true.
Yes, and that is Gluttony SDS. It's a statement for Season 7 for Awful Company, the host leader guild of Arch.
Yeah, they're doing pretty rough over. It's getting scary over in Afghanistan. They've been invaded by June.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
You're looking at it on the stream. Can you describe what you're seeing?
I'm looking at Afghanistan, and we see Burnt Hoof and Scarce Shade and Sun Singe Trow, as well as the surrounding areas of Gopher's Quarry, Steep Step, Karok Fell. What? Jeez, these names. Edgar Rock.
All of these gone to June?
Yeah, all these are all June. All June. This was all Afghanistan. Sun-baked expanse. All this was Afghanistan for a while, and now it seems as mostly has gone to June, except for the home plots and Torrid Trow, which is.
I mean, that's the most important one, right? Together with the home plot.
Yeah. The home plots.
Maybe Gluttony has to do some more diplomacy to keep that homeland for the rest of the season. I mean, we always said, actually at the beginning of Season 6, that we were curious how long Afghanistan will last, because we didn't believe it would last for a long time.
No, we didn't. When we first saw it, we thought it was going to be over pretty quick, but they've lasted quite a while. It's been pretty great watching Arch last this long. And doing the castles, I'm really impressed by that. But they can't take him from June.
Okay. Well, still, it's a great surprise, and I will definitely follow this story to see when and if June stops that invasion. I always thought that Arch was kind of protected by Aggressor. Did
No,
we
Aggressor
say that?
moved. Aggressor
They
moved
moved.
south. Yeah, Aggressor came down to Cumbria. If I go over to the guild view, I believe, yep, there goes Aggressor, because Aggressor is once again without an alliance. Ah, jeez. So I'm guessing Aggressor is going to be joining Bear in the next 3 days, because they are no longer in an alliance, and they were in a different alliance yesterday, and before that, 3 days before that, they were in another alliance.
No, is that something we observed then, that the previous protectors of Arch in their GVG situation moved away, and now Arch has open flanks and can't defend their homeland? Is that what we're seeing, or am I making this up?
Yeah, they can't defend their homeland.
All right, all right.
Well, not while it's based on GVG for territory conquest. So,
The statement said diplomacy.
diplomacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to preserve a small section of territory through GVG and diplomacy. So,
They better start talking to June then and be like, "Hi guys, how are you? Here's
We'd like
just
to
give
keep
them
the
give them a
one place."
guild, give them a guild. You've got enough of them. You've got 100. You can just give them a guild.
Wait, that's that's your trade.
Yeah.
All right, so
Here.
you guys can have these 500 people. How about that?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's stop talking about poor Arch, because I feel like we're picking on them more than reporting on them. But there are some high taxes in Thetford, aren't there, Bogle?
Honestly,
Yeah.
let me look.
You don't know. You don't know how.
No, I checked the ones in Carlin. I was like, oh, this is interesting. This is the guy owning that one, but I haven't looked at that for it yet. I saw a message though from the what's his account? Joe Cartel Killer messaged us.
Okay.
Do you?
Yeah, I know that
Have you
one.
heard of the guy?
I've heard of the guy. He's famous now. He's a cartel killer. Bogle.
Well, he messaged us to promote one of his services, saying that he made one guild island in all of the royal cities with a low tax rate for people to craft there without having to pay the astronomically high taxes. He says that they have the refining specialty building of that at tier 8 and the rest of the buildings at tier 6. I was looking at these islands earlier today, and the rates for them are currently, as by the recording of this show, set as crafting 20%, refining 15%, settler, alchemist 30%, and cook at 50% taxes. These you would have to do some math. I didn't have time to see where the cutoff is there when it's better. But that would be an option. And of course, you can message him if you would like to join him and his quest to kill the cartel.
I think you should just join a guild that has a home plot in the black zones and then go craft in sunlit.
That's another option,
Yeah.
By the way, fun fact, if you go
Fun
to these
fact.
islands and you look at the owner of the buildings, you will see that Joe Jetski
Oh, Joe Jetski.
is owning these buildings. And that would lead to the logical conclusion that Joe Cartel Killer might just be Joe Jetski of the One of Us is Invis Guild, I think.
Yeah, that's one of us is in Viz. Yep, that I'm checked. I've got him over here in my list. Yep, that's him. So he's invisibly killing the cartels by letting people use his crafting stations on public personal islands. Public personal islands? That makes sense? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. I guess at this point I can promote myself a little bit. Because I have had a guild islands in all the royal cities too for I think about a year now, where people can just message me if they need, journals, and I would just add them to these islands. I have all of the different ones in every royal city, and you can just send me your character name and I'll add you.
Well, that's a way so you can get some of that money back that you losing by going to a personal island instead of a in-town
Well, it's
crafter.
also because some of these journals are overpriced and not everybody has access to the right level of laborer. But for some reason, this service has not been as well received. So it's there. It's free.
Okay.
If you want.
It's a free service. Yeah, hey, you don't have to use it. It's just that I know there are people complaining out there about high taxes. And if you don't like high taxes, you can get lower yield. It's as simple as that. You have options.
Yeah.
It's
that's,
a sandbox.
That's something people not always realize, right?
Right.
And some of the times you hear a lot of complaining and people are just actually lazy instead of looking, considering to move to a city or going through all that effort, which honestly is quite a lot. Going through all that effort of joining a guild and moving your stuff to a black zone potentially and risking it. So I can see the argument there why people don't like it, but I can also see some of that discussion being.
Bogul, do you have a link to this story for the island guy? I just opened it and closed it. Yeah.
Yes, I can try and find it.
Yeah, you do that, and I will talk about the last two bits on our list. We've already mentioned one of them briefly, is that one guild solo mid has changed its name to Life.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who was that?
That's 1PG. Exertion, and let's see, there's one other, and Shelty. Those are the big names. I'll bring up the thing in just a second.
It has Till Valhalla, Our Guild, Souls Reapers, and Weapon as well. But I don't know if Weapon is an odd guild.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say that the main focus would be 1PG, Shelty, and Exertion right now. Those are the big players in this alliance. And they were able to defend themselves last night in Martlock in a nice little city fight between 1PG and June. And they were able to hold it off, and they had a little bit of a victory. It wasn't too bad. They fought well. They fought hard. Notable events during that fight. Logic lost all of his sets within the first 2 minutes. Maybe 3 minutes.
What?
It's an exaggeration, but the points were still like 168 to 150, and Logic was done. Poor dude. Fan of him and the slide, but he's just not doing as well without his boys in Blue Army. It's like he's. I know, yeah, but those.
Do we have any information as what the goals and intentions of Life is? Living is not for everyone.
Yeah, they're gonna kill people and take over Mercia.
That's their official announcement?
Well, no, they're not officially. I mean, that's just what you can tell is happening. They're just gonna, You can ask Misty. He's right there. He's right there in chat. Misty's in chat right now. What is the goal of life? What's the meaning of life? Life's existence, if you will. Why does life exist? We have to wait a little while for this response. There's a 10-second delay. Then he has to think about it. Oh, stop all the no-lifers from taking over all the territories. All the territory? All he terrorists. Okay.
Yeah, all the territory.
Okay, that's all the terries. I'm just trying to read it and get the right angle on there. I kind of had to read it from the side with all those extra letters in there. It's okay.
The world must know our peaceful ways by force.
Makes sense. I understand this. This is... coming from America, I understand the method of spreading peace and prosperity through bombs.
Oh, all right. Interesting. I mean, if it works, it works.
It
right?
does. It does. It's world's never been more peaceful. You can tell by the map. Go ahead and look at the map. If you look now, everybody's got their own little cut. Mercia's split into, what is it, 4 alliances right now?
It's better than earlier, right?
Yeah, that one Tower and Stone Top going to the Bears. You got Life getting a little bit of territory over there. You got a Squad has 1 tower. Okay. Oops has got a bunch of towers. Oops doing work. This is interesting though. Look at this, guys. Over in the southeast of Oops territory, Sun is getting some towers. What is that about? Is Sun working out again? Doing some work maybe? It's gonna be interesting to see. I doubt it, but possible. And on that note, Bogul, do we have anything else to talk about? I think not. I think it's time to get out of here a little bit early because we did have a very light news day today.
I mean, we're still 25 in, so I think we're good.
All right. Apparently, those are. I've just gotten some official news. Those 2 towers in Craig Adal are pity territories. They are pity territories. We pity the fool who stayed in Sun, and they got 2 towers for staying in Oops.
Why?
I don't know. That's what I'm reading in the chat right now. It's official. I read it in chat. It must be official. It must be real.
Oh, all right. I mean, I guess we can read more chat in the overtime section after the show, where we just hang out for like 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then we do a little bit Q&A after.
Yeah, we can do that.
Exclusively live here on Twitch. But if you are just listening to us now, or if you want to listen to this very show every day, you can do that on your favorite podcast provider, be that iTunes or Google Play or any other situation you might have going on. If you search for the AO Daily Show or Albion TV. Yeah, we are also in the process of fixing up our YouTube soon. We now have the youtube.com/AlbionTV thing going there. We are still in the process of uploading this very show to YouTube as well.
Mm-hmm.
But you might see these popping up, next week or so regularly. But you can head over there and follow already. And of course, here on the mighty Twitches, you can watch us every day live recording this show at 18 UTC. And then Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we have the GVG shows that are now called Albion Live.
Mm-hmm.
On Mondays with the great Tazik, and a Thursday and Wednesday with Lupak. But for this week, I think we have a special schedule, right, Shozen?
Well, it's going to be the same schedule. We're not sure if Lupak's going to be able to make it from Gamescom. He is currently testing out the internet there. He did a quick test for Discord. Discord works, but the game itself is having a little bit of issue because of some firewalls. So he's trying to get that figured out and work with them to try to get that taken care of. And if he can't make it, then Tazik will. So we will have coverage tomorrow and Thursday. We were planning on doing a extra show today, but that did not work out. So next week we will have Action Compassion on for next Tuesday's demo show. We're going to do the live show and just let people come on and try out their casting skills and see how he does. Yeah. But on that note, I'm going to end this show. Albion TV, the daily show, is over. Thank you guys for tuning in. Tune in Monday through Friday, and we will see you again, 18 UTC, right here on Twitch, /Albion Online. And we will be back in, 5 minutes or so?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
Maybe a little less than 5 minutes. We're not even going anywhere. We're just going to...
Oh, they can still. Well, we'll be back in a bit, guys.